Hello, hello, what is up? What is good? It is that time of year again. A new anime season is on the horizon. Coming very shortly, I believe new stuff might be debuting as soon as next week. So I wanted to get to this video quickly, and what better day than this? Let's take a look at the spring 2026 season. Talking about, what stuff looks good, what stuff I might watch. Starting off with Gintama. Conquered. Okay, so it's like aliens versus samurai. Sure, action, comedy, drama. Seems kind of interesting. Okay, based on a manga. Let's look up the manga, see how well liked that is. Wow, a 9.37. Holy shit. Damn, man. And this ran for a long time. 704 chapters. The Hiwa Mata Noboru Scanlation group, that's a sign of good quality. They translate a lot of good stuff. This author hasn't done too much else. Just a lot of other, like, Gintama spin-offs. Huh, okay. I don't know, this kind of could be good. Sunrise. No, doing a lot of this Gundam stuff. Interesting. What else we got? Oran Koku Host Club. Scholarship 2. So, oh, it's like a reverse harem. So she becomes she pretends to be a host in the host club. Okay, based on a manga as well. Can see if the MangaDex ratings are good. You know, again, MangaDex ratings not always totally aligned with my tastes, but certainly a barometer if it's kind of something that people find interesting, at least. The people of MangaDex, who usually read at least quite a bit of manga. 9.23, that's crazy. Some strong manga getting adapted here. Nothing I've heard of. Mostly other rom-coms and stuff. This is really the standout one for sure. And Studio Bones, good studio. Lots of bangers from Studio Bones. They do often have kind of like Fujo Beatty stuff, BL Beatty stuff. I assume this is really Fujo Beatty, you know, because hosts always kind of lean into that ambiguity with the other male hosts and stuff. I don't know. I could get into that. I'm always down for a little BL. So it's fun. Black Lagoon. BoJack Horseman. What the fuck is this? It's a horse? Where's... Okay. Alright, well, based on a manga. A lot of manga adaptations this season. That's exciting. Manga. Wow, another 9+. That's crazy. Not on MangaDex, but looks like it probably got nuked recently. Unfortunate. Japanese businessman. Okay. Okay. That seems, you know, it's just kind of rollicking action, drama, thriller. Studio Madhouse, very, very strong. Could be good, could be good. I don't know why it's like a horse. The horse wasn't ever mentioned in the description. Okay. I don't know. Could be strong. Already pretty stacked. 3 manga with 9+ on MangaDex getting adapted. That's crazy. Uma. Horse? What? Another Madhouse series. Madhouse doing 2 shows this series. 2 20-somethings seemingly share nothing in common except for their first name. 2 nanas, yup. Love at First Sight dreamer. Neo-punk rock vocalist. His fates increasingly intertwine. They each chase their dreams until the harsh realities of life in big city Tokyo threaten to tear everything apart. Now, am I crazy to be, like, already shipping these two characters together? Again, I don't know why it says horse, but whatever. The manga as well. BoJack. It's very odd. Okay, let's check. If this is another 9+ manga, I'm gonna freak the fuck out. 9.46? That's crazy! That's crazy. Okay, so it's been running since 1999, but it's on hiatus? What the hell? What is this? Okay, there's no horse in this one. They just horsing around with us? Like, what's going on? We getting freaking horsed around? Okay, so the romance tag is here, but the girls love tag is not here. So this might be Yuri baiting hetero twist. That's a little unfortunate, but you know, maybe within this season I can keep the Yuri goggles strapped. I don't know why I did it like this and not like this. This is how the Yuri goggles work. Anyways, okay, I think this is still, it could be good. I don't know, because it's like, it feels very down to earth, right? The fact that it's not just like an idol anime, it's not just like a let's start a band anime. I think there's like another version of this where it's like, oh, they team up and become a musical duet together. But it doesn't seem like it's going to be that, because it says, you know, they each chase their dreams. They don't chase the dreams together necessarily. And then throwing in this line about the harsh realities of life, right there in the blurb. I don't know. It seems like it might be substantial. And again, Madhouse. 2 Madhouse shows this season. We're crazy blessed. Okay, new KyoAni show. That's awesome to see. KyoAni, you know, they hit rarely, but when they do, it's fucking crazy. Huh. Girl who likes the supernatural. They form a club. Okay. So that's probably kind of like K-On!, you know, more of like slice of life club stuff. Because I don't think it is supernatural from what I'm reading, right? Yeah, so they got these club mates, crazy adventures. Based on light novels. I don't know. I mean, it's not that every light novel is bad, obviously. But it's like, it's more like, if it's a light novel, it's just getting plucked out of some, like, void. And I have no idea if it's good or bad. If it's manga, at least I can go to MangaDex. And I already have, like, a lot of sniff tests for manga. Like, often, you know, I'll recognize the magazine, I'll recognize the artist or the author or both, or it's the same person. I'll recognize the Scanlation group, and that's kind of like a clout vouching thing. I'll recognize, you know, just the art style implies so much, or I can look at the covers and it implies so much, just because I've read so much manga, right? And because they're really marketing to me as a manga fan. But I'm not a light novel fan. I haven't really read any besides some of the Monogatari series. So when I see that something's from a light novel like this, and I don't know what the hell it is, I'm just kind of like, huh, okay, like, I don't really know. The only big vouch here, obviously, is that it's KyoAni, and that KyoAni adapting it means there's got to be something pretty interesting about it, at least. It may not be my cup of tea, but we're definitely going to give it a chance, at least, because it is KyoAni, right? Like, you gotta give it up for KyoAni. Okay, what else we got? More horses. 4 horses. Interesting. Higurashi no Naku Koro ni. Studio Dean. Hit and miss, hit and miss. Not enough to, like, totally indict it, but not necessarily something that makes me... Not like KyoAni, where I'm like, okay, I'll just watch it because it's KyoAni. I'll give it a chance at least because it's KyoAni. One fateful day discovers news of a murder. Okay, interesting. Based on the amateur mystery game. So it's like a doujin game that ended up, it's getting an anime now? That's crazy. Huh. When horse cry. I guess Higurashi means horse. I didn't know that one. But yeah, Studio Dean. So, okay, so it's a visual novel, is this amateur mystery game. Let's look at the director, maybe. That might give us a better chance. Okay, so scattered stuff. Little Chihiro Furu worked on that. Long career here. This is, I don't know. I don't know. It's, like, interesting that it's based on, like, a doujin game. That, to me, suggests that there must be some sort of motion here. But the premise, the fact that it's, like, 4 girls on the poster, and yet the main character is a guy, I'm like, it's probably, like, harem slop. And then it's like, ooh, edgy. Maybe it's like Danganronpa or something. And there's people that are like big time shooters for Danganronpa, for sure. It's not like I'm saying Danganronpa is bad or this is necessarily bad, but it's like, it's not really my cup of tea. Or there's that anime Summertime Rendering I saw a bit ago that everybody was like super juiced on, but I really couldn't get into. I feel like this kind of has the same vibe and aura, maybe. The Quiet Town kind of stuff. I don't know. What else we got? XXX Holic. Interesting. Very interesting art style. Sea spirits and other supernatural creatures. Okay, well at least it's not isekai. It's not on the way home one day he goes to another world where there's spirits. He's already in a world with spirits. I think that's a little more interesting. Work at a store that grants wishes to people. Okay, I don't know. Production IG. I do like Production IG quite a lot. Based on a manga. Okay. XXX Holic. I thought it was Vin Diesel at first. Almost a 9. Almost a 9. The 9 streak of manga adaptations is broken here. Author's Clamp. The heck is Clamp? 4 Women Manga Studio. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, there's these horses again. What the hell? Is it? It's the year of the horse, right? Is that why everybody's making horse stuff now? So they got X. But then they also got XXX. So is this like a sequel? Cardcaptor Sakura got good ratings. I don't know. This seems like they're kind of up and coming. The art style's kind of cool. Production IG. Premise is kind of neat, you know. Again, I'm just like very glad that it's not isekai. It's not sisekai either, you know. It's not like fantasy tropes. It's kind of more intriguing. And then it's like there's fan service. She's got her big boobs on display, but it's not. It doesn't seem like it's gonna be like goonery, you know. So that's kind of interesting. Air gear, Air Trek motorized rollerblades, Toei animation. I don't know. Okay, based on a manga. Let's check out the manga. Keep closing the manga decks tab. Don't know why I'm doing that, but whatever. 8.35. Suggestive sexual violence. Huh. Do I know this author? Oh, great. It's their artist name. Okay, the Monogatari series. I did mention that I had read some of that, so I've heard of that. Wild sexy manga. I don't know. It looks kind of fun. Some sort of creature back here. Roller blading. Utawade Rumono. Everything about him is a mystery. Okay, I don't know. It's not isekai. Give it that. Based on a visual novel. It's like I just said for light novels. It's not like that's a condemnation. It just kind of means that I do not know how to judge. OLM, generally pretty good. I think they've got more hits than misses, but they do have some misses, so it's just like this kind of poster. You know, it looks like something from like 2006. It's kind of a throwback. That's interesting, but might not be for me. Strawberry Panic. Wow, this looks like Yuri. This really sounds like Yuri. This everything about this is looking like Yuri. Another Madhouse, 3 Madhouse series based on a light novel, I think. Source other, but they have a light novel listed, so I'd imagine it's from the light novel. There is a manga as well. We might as well check out what people are saying about the manga. Okay. Canceled. Sub 8. But it does have the girls love tag. Didn't run for very long. So this manga, either it's like the manga didn't fully adapt the light novel and the anime will go even further. Otherwise it's kind of like you're really gonna get 26 episodes. This is a 2-core season out of 2 volumes of manga. That doesn't seem quite right. So I'm a little confused. I think it's probably that the light novel goes a lot farther than the manga. I don't know. I mean, I like Yuri, obviously, but I'm not as like obsessed with Yuri as I used to be. It's not like, oh, I gotta watch every Yuri show. It's also not such a rarity anymore. Like, this is the first confirmed Yuri show this season, but I'm sure there's some others that are like far more explicit about being Yuri. Like, I don't know. My guess, I've been thinking about this since we scrolled past it. I bet it's like, okay, she becomes a male host, but maybe like a bunch of them are also girls. Wouldn't that be a fun twist? Like, maybe not all of them, but like half of them are secretly girls. And then it's actually like Yuri. It's like double secret Yuri. I think that would be really funny. So I don't know. Anyways, I just thought of that. But this one, yeah, very explicitly Yuri. There's probably going to be some others. School Rumble. Okay, season 2 of something, whatever. Arya the Natural. A professional tour guide gondolier. Neo Venice. Basically. Okay. So it's fantasy sci-fi, but it's slice of life. Okay, I don't know. Seems the art style's kind of neat. Again, it looks like something from like 2006. Just like the way the characters are designed. Based on a manga? Yup, okay, let's look up the manga. See how well that's liked. Arya the Masterpiece. Is that it? Hida no Arya. Arya. Dojinshi of Arya. So it must be pretty popular. It's getting Dojinshi before the anime even starts. Okay. I think this is it. Yeah, like this is the girl. I just don't know if there's like multiple Aryas or something. Pretty good reviews. Actually, not many reviews, period. And no hidden chapters. So they didn't even try to scanlate it? Is this the right one? Okay, this is... So that was like a sequel series or something. Okay. Okay. So this has really good reviews. Fully scanlated. That's cool. Maybe we'll pop it on the plan to read. I don't know. Okay, let's look at the covers. Covers imply that it's pretty slice of life. They do really focus on the gondola stuff. It almost looks like a Bishoujo game from just like the orientation of the cover and the positioning of the girl. Can't you picture the dialogue bubbles here? But I don't think there's like a useless man protagonist or something that tries to romance them. That's not the sense I get. Our tags do not mention romance at all, so I don't know. Hal Filmmaker. I guess the thing is we don't really have too many like slice of life type things. So maybe it's worth considering. Sketchbook Full Colors, I like that one a lot. That was really great. Kaleido Star was very cool. Princess Tutu is a banger. Yeah, okay. Witchblade, Studio Gonzo. Disguise herself as a human being. Huh. Legendary Witchblade. Now, which blade is that? Based on comic. What? Not manga, but comic. Interesting. Well, let's look it up. Again, it's like very old school. There's a lot of like old school shows this season. Like this is the sort of thing that when I was first getting into anime, this would be on the cover of some random ass magazine I would see. And I would just be like, what is that? What is going on? And it would like haunt me for weeks. Let's see. So not very long. Again, this is one where I assume the light novel goes further than the manga. And the manga is kind of like an ad for the light novel. The anime is an ad for the light novel. Many such cases. I don't know. Gonzo, what do they do again? Kind of all over the place here. Akiba's Trip, I watched that. That was very silly. I was kind of into it. Sorry Got Seiyu I watched. I watched all their slice of life stuff, but it seems like they're actually mostly doing action stuff. And I just haven't seen much of it. Oh, they did Saki. I like Saki. Saki actually had some pretty Kino animation, too. Okay, what else we got? Digimon Savers. About to learn the meaning of the word teamwork. You gonna learn today. Deals with Digimon. Agumon, an evil Digimon appears. So this is kind of like Pokemon, I guess. Like, they kind of look like Pokemon, but like, I don't know, decently different. I guess there's like other things in this franchise that I don't know about. I don't know. It's probably for kids. But I like some of these designs. Like, it's nice because they occupy the kind of sweet spot that it's tough, and it's not like I'm like, oh, everybody should just do this trivially. But it's like they are evocative of, like, they're gonna have, like, different types of attacks and stuff. Like, this guy's probably, like, ground type, because he's kind of, like, the color of sand. And this guy is probably, like, ice. Or no, actually, he's probably fighting because he's got, like, a bandana. Not that I'm saying they actually have the same types as Pokemon, but it's like, if they were Pokemon, they would be evocative of some sort of, like, battle prowess, battle type or whatever. This kind of looks like a plant to me. This is definitely, like, grass type. This one in the back is, like, rock, dragon. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying they're visually stimulating enough that I can think things like that. And I'm, like, curious to see them fight. But they don't really look like Pokemon either. Unlike Pal World, where they just fucking have Temu Pokemon. Here they're kind of doing their own thing, but it still has, like, the intrigue of Pokemon, where you're like, I want to see what that thing can do. So, yeah, Digimon. Okay, that's interesting. Another Madhouse series. What the fuck? They're going crazy. Sa-in-yun Koku Monogatari. Okay. This is some. Oh, it's one of these. Ever since Apothecary Diaries popped off, I feel like we're getting more and more of these. Based on a light novel. Again, meh, 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 meh. I don't know. I feel like I liked Apothecary Diaries alright, but I'm just not really into this like kind of courtesan. Oh, it's the old royalty, blah 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 blah. I just don't really care. Because at a certain point, they always try to get you to care about like the succession drama and whose courtesan is abusing who and blah blah blah. And it's like I don't care. Nuke 'em all for all I care. Wipe the whole Imperial Castle off the face of the earth. Tsubasa Chronicle second season. There is no studio. Also based on Clamp, who we saw earlier for XXX Holic. It's a second season. I'm just trying to figure out like what the hell's going on, but whatever. Second season, eh. Okay. Ju O Sei is another Bones series. That's cool. When you don't know who to get to animate it, you just say Bones. It's Forsaken Planet, Unknown Masked Men. Huh. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Apocalyptic vibes. Bones, you know, is always good. Okay reviews. Okay, but it's another one of these where, like, it was never on Mangadex. I don't even know if it's been scanlated. And they've just... No volume. Okay. Yeah, this is, like, not built out on Mangadex at all. Do any of these look familiar? Not really. Okay, I don't know. It's kind of interesting. I always like Bones. Dot hack / roots. Okay, B Train is okay. Corporation rebuild the game using data, releasing a newcomer to the game. Oh, this is okay. It's crazy to me. This is the first isekai we've gotten this season, but man, this sounds like old school isekai because it's like, have they wrapped back around to going back to the stuck in a game scenario? Because Sword Art Online, you know, was like one of the first big isekai, and the whole gimmick there is like I'm stuck in a video game. And then there's like Log Horizon and stuff like that. And then they kind of stopped bothering with like the video game setup because I think that was just a little too cumbersome. There's always a question of like, why don't they just fucking take off the head? It's cyberbullying. Like, why? Just walk away. Just close the screen. You're getting cyberbullied. So they always had to come up with some premise of, oh, the headset's like stuck on your body if you try to take it off forcefully, it's gonna kill you, and blah 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 blah. And so it's like they kind of moved past that conceit, and now it's, you know, I just got hit by a truck and I was reborn. But here it's like it's definitely going back to the game, but I don't know. We don't need to watch these guy. Studio Dean again. Everyone is born female. Oh wow, trans rights. Yesterday was Trans Day of Visibility. So, this is what happens the day after you get to choose in a ceremony. I don't know, man. This is strange. Gotta synchronize to fly planes. This is so strange. The two different concepts seem to have, like, nothing to do with one another. But very, very odd. Based on a light novel, I'm sure. Source original. Interesting. It was one of the very few original series it seems we're getting this season. Studio Dean again. Kiba. Another Madhouse. This is crazy. How many? What? That's like 4 Madhouse series? Dystopian Future. Blah, blah, blah. Magical World. Okay. So this is kind of like an isekai. Yeah. I think it's an isekai. But it's like... At least it doesn't seem as generically fantasy-y. I mean, maybe it is. I don't know. But the fact that they're like character... They have character before they get isekai'd, which is like tremendously rare for isekai. To me, makes it feel a little different, but not so different that I'm like, well, let's Let's check it out. But it is Madhouse. I don't know. Is it based on a manga? No, it's original. Another original. Interesting. Okay. Inu Kami. Descendant of a historic Inu Kami tamer family. Slapstick comedy. I don't know. Sounds like it's fun. Definitely ecchi tag. You can kind of see where this is going. What is crazy to me is like the poster doesn't seem to line up at all with the with what's being described here. Am I wrong? Like, what is this? What is this? Where is the action tag? There's like flames and stuff too. I don't know. Based on a manga? Light novel. Yeah. 7 arcs. What do they do again? 20kaku kawaii. It's fun. The Blue Period anime hit and miss, let's say. Let's be generous. Hit and miss. Oban Star Racers. Oh, this is HAL Filmmaker again. Rocket Bike. Racing rocket bikes. I don't know. The art style is kind of cool. I like this kind of very cartoony, very simplish design. Seems like it could be something by Trigger, maybe, you know. It's kind of fun. Source original. Okay, now we're getting into the more original anime. That's kind of cool. Princess. Oh, this is some real classic shoujo-y sort of stuff. Based on a manga. Let's check it out. Oh boy, yeah. This is kind of the opposite of that other one we saw near the start about the host club. This is the Princess Club. And it's interesting. It's a sign that, like, because this is a Western site, right? So in Japan, shoujo series and shoujo manga always had, you know, a lot of popularity and support and stuff. And don't get me wrong, I think both of them are shoujo manga. But I think this one looks a lot less like Fujo Baity, you know? And the fact that the Fujo Baity series, unless I'm right and they're all secretly girls, I don't really think so, though. I just thought that was a funny idea. This one that's like a Fujo Baity series, in 2026, you know, it's kind of cool that this one is, like, by far the most popular of, like, all the shoujo adaptations we've seen. But yeah, I don't know. It's a funny premise. Let's see if I've heard of the mangaka. Oh, this... I think I have actually heard of this. No. Maybe? I don't know. It was scaling by easygoing scans. Maybe I did see this at some point. Okay. I don't know. Where's the studio again? Where were we? Oh my gosh. I overshot it. Studio Dean again. Okay. Megami-sama. Thank heaven for little girls. What? 3 honest-to-goodness goddesses moving... Who wrote this? Who wrote this? This is very odd. Based on a manga... I don't know. Let's check out the manga, I guess. No results. Let's chop out some of this awkward punctuation. Here we go. My job hunting goddess. Mixed reviews. Nah, I don't know. AIC. What the hell is AIC? Don't put out too much. Oh, they did Tenchi Moyo. Sure. Worked on the Strike Witches movie. I watched that. Okay. Gakuen Heaven. BL? Bell Liberty. A coincidence? I think not. Yeah, this feels like it's got to be BL, right? And then it's clearly made by just like a squad of Fujoshis. Based on a manga, right? Or no? Source visual novel. Okay. Yeah, this is super Fujo bait. It's interesting that the one Fujo bait show is so high, but this one is so low. I guess people are fans of the manga of the first one. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the hell like any of this is. Okay. Renkin Sankyu Magical Pokan. 4 Netherworld priests have come to the human world. Huh. Okay, I mean it just looks like real kind of like classic ecchi, you know? Just the like, oh man, yeah. Can you even show that on YouTube anymore? I don't even know. But this, yeah, this is like real classic ecchi. And then we got like Gooners out in force. Based on a manga original. Interesting. I don't know. It's like in 2026, it's kind of rare to see this sort of fan service anime. I think tastes have just sort of shifted away from what I guess I would say is kind of like more fetishy type stuff, and then obviously this art style is like very classic. So I kind of want to give it points for that, right? Comedy, you know, looks like it would be just very silly, very goofy. It's not gonna like overload you with tedious crap about the characters, you know, soul searching and having tragic backstories and stuff that I think would be like comically out of place for something like this. Like this premise I think is way better. The fact that there's no romance tag too, I think really makes this thing could be good. Studio Remic hasn't done very much. Interesting. Zega Pain looks like mecha thing. The high school swimmer. what the fuck? Increase but only if he piles a mecha. Okay. I don't know. This is a mecha show, sure. Shinigami no Ballad. Death God or Shimigami? Based on a light novel. Group TAC. Mostly doing kids shows, it seems. And real strange mix here, but whatever. I don't know. I don't know. Premise is kind of interesting. I think it'll be like Cry Slop. And I feel like Cry Slop is on the up and up. Like, I'm sure... Like, I don't think it'll actually be that similar to Taco P, because Taco P is pretty unique, but I'm sure when Taco P was airing, this group TAC was going, ooh, maybe this is our audience. Kami-sama Kazoku. The son of a god, his mother is a goddess, blah, 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 blah. Sure, there's a lot of, like, goddess come to earth kind of anime this season. It's kind of interesting. Is decision made? Another Toei one. This is probably based on a manga, right? Oh, no, based on a light novel. I'm used to Toei covering, like, shonen manga, so... I did comedy drama. Oh, they're making a Disgaea anime after so long. That's very strange. Because this is, like, the original Disgaea characters. Be, like, making a Final Fantasy 12 anime just now. Anyways, I like Disgaea. It's kind of fun. There's an anime coming about it. OLM again, hit and miss, but I think a little more hits than misses. Sure. If you don't know Disgaea, it's just very madcap, very zany. The games are just like spreadsheet simulators. Like, it's just about the fun and joy of moving numbers around. So the anime, I don't think is going to be able to capture that appeal. I doubt. Can you picture, though, if in the anime the damage numbers pop up and stuff? That'd be pretty funny. So I think it'll really just kind of lean into the other appeal, which is like, because the game is so clearly just like a spreadsheet optimizer, the actual story is just like inane, nonsensical, but genuinely actually like pretty funny. The characters are really likable. The character designs and aesthetics and stuff are all great. The scenarios that keep cropping up to kind of justify going out and battling and stuff are really funny. So yeah, I don't know. Based on the popular adventure games, they are not adventure games, but whatever. Sure. Joshi Kosei. 3 different studios involved in this. Oh. Comedy drama ecchi. Is this another Yuri? Based on a manga? Is this Yuri, or is this just slice of life with ecchi scenes? Slice of life with ecchi scenes. It'd be kind of crazy because we haven't seen that in a long time. Yeah, it's like slice of life with ecchi scenes. So obviously you can ship the girls, but it doesn't seem like it's explicitly Yuri. But I think as stuff that was straight up Yuri became more popular, this genre was kind of lost to time. So it's crazy to me that in 2026 we're getting a new one. A new ecchi slice of life comedy. You know, I might be down. I don't know about this like 3 studio mashup stuff. This studio did Ikitosen, which is super fan servicey. Studio Guts looks like mostly slice of life stuff like this. Studio Kelma Dick. What the fuck? So many studios I've like never heard of or hadn't heard about in years are making shows this season. This is crazy. I don't know. That seems like it could be fun. Toko. Comedy, horror. Bottomless pits begin appearing around Japan. I don't know. Again, this is like real classic fan service because it's like, why is she dressed like that? And at some point, it felt like they shifted away from this, so it's kind of cool they're bringing that back. But I don't know. Idol series, sure. Wow, again, these art styles. It's just like a really like throwback sort of season. I don't know if they like called people up or something, but man, better than Isekai, that's for sure. Demon, Bane, blah blah blah. Powerful, Deus Machina. God Machine. There's one more word in there that may end up being appropriate. Himawari. Oh, little ninja adventure comedy. That sounds fun. Studio Arms we were just looking at. Yeah, I don't know. It looks cute. Art style looks cute. It's the studio? Oh yeah, no, Arms. Yeah, we were just looking at it. I don't know. It's another original series. That's fun. Kind of reminds me of Forehead Ninjas. What was that series called? In the Heart of Kunoichi something. Zebek, light novel, strange breed of... Okay, so this is just kind of like sci-fi thriller sort of thing. Sure. This is like an emerging genre here that's like space isekai. Or it's like, I guess it's isekai again because they just like go to another planet or whatever. Or they go to a space station. But it seems like it's probably another like power fantasy, blah blah blah. I don't know. No, maybe I'm being unfair to it. Maybe it's alright, but Ray the animation. Oh, this is a Blackjack spinoff. Okay, which makes sense because OLM is covering it. I don't know. Could be interesting, but it's kind of like the Tezuka Coat Riders, if I should be so mean as to call them that. They never go away. Like, they were happening in Tezuka's day. They were happening all through the 80s and 90s. They were happening in the 2000s, and apparently now they're still happening in 2026. That we're just getting these like Tezuka gigantic legendary properties, spin-offs and stuff. And I'm like, at this point, it doesn't really vouch for much because the man is dead. He's not going, hey, that sounds great. He's been dead for like 40 years now. So I don't know. I mean, I think it could be good, but it's just I'd want to judge it on its own merits. The fact that it has some blackjack association doesn't do much for me. Another HAL filmmaker. Their new life, many adventures await. Oh, I don't know. That sounds nice. Sure, I don't know. And then another one. No direct relation sequel to the original Blackjack. Again, look at this. This one's from Tezuka Pro. It seems like all their either OLM, Tezuka Pro, or like the remnants of Mushi Pro are gonna get most of these. Okay, I don't know. I mean, I like Blackjack. Don't get me wrong. I read all of the original Blackjack that's been translated, and I loved it. But yeah, I think there's Dark Reaches Space. This is kind of like a Code Geass like. Ah, now this looks like a fun little slice of life comedy, supernatural. Another Madhouse series. That's crazy. Source manga. Let's look at the manga quick. So another suggestive tag slice of life. It's got some fantasy elements. Reviews are not great, but not terrible. Look at the covers. Okay, I don't know. It seems fun. I like this idea of them working out of the, like, sweets store. I don't know. It seems alright. Spider Riders! Looks like it's kind of kids' adventure stuff. Toy swap might be a genre we can implement here. But, I don't know. I'm sure that stuff is fun, but it's probably for kids. Same with this. Magical Girl show for kids. Another new one. It's not Precure or whatever, or Aikatsu, so that's kind of fun. Mortal, blah, blah, blah. It's like a racing thing, I guess. Mecha racing, sure. Musashi. What the heck? Huh. It's another Lupin one. So yeah, this is the Musashi character from Lupin. Lupin gets a spin-off show. That's cool. Where's this? I do like Musashi. I do like that character, Musashi in Lupin. I think he's my favorite character. So yeah, okay. I don't know, that's kind of fun. More kids stuff. Oh, they got Sanrio characters in here. It's kind of interesting. Visual novel, idol. Idol? No. Just voice actor. Sure. Magical girl stuff. Sure. Based on a novel. Contains a stone gargoyle. Okay, I don't know. Sure. Look at their gigantic crowns. Becomes a princess. Some comedy. Is this another original? Some sort of other Pokemon thing. See here, this is a good counterexample to that Digimon thing earlier. Because I look at this and I'm like, I don't know what the hell that is. It's not, doesn't have the same like evocativeness of the Digimon. But it doesn't look like Pokemon either, so I'll give them that. Fighting Beauty Wulong Rebirth. Sure. Oh, it's a sequel. Okay. Boxing thing. Sure. Another toy, probably based on some shonen manga. Yoshimune. This kind of, I bet this is like for kids. This feels like it's for kids. Oh, I should check my Slack message or my Discord messages. I should check my Slack messages too, but just realized I got a bunch of Discord messages. Okay. Good stuff, good stuff. Good stuff. Bunch of shorts. One based on the Mega Man EXE. The Mega Man Battle Network. It's kind of interesting. Hamsters. Kid stuff. This looks silly. Hello Kitty, sure. Kid stuff. Sure. This looks very, very silly, very cute. But whatever. Probably for kids. Cute little kids thing. Sure, sure. Leftovers, okay, whatever. Not watching any of these. A lot of leftovers. Some movies. A One Piece movie. It's kind of interesting. Oh, this is probably one of those ones where it's like set earlier, you know? I think they've done a few of these where they like redo previous arcs in movie form. So the characters go back to their pre-time skip designs, you know, which is kind of interesting to see. This one's interesting too because I think some of those other like pre-time skip set movies, they'll, and I don't really understand how they do this, but they get the crewmates from later and like bring them back. But here it looks like the crew is only up to Robin, so that's kind of interesting. There's no Frankie or Brooke or Jimbei for sure. It's interesting. Conan movie, Gundam movie, Fist of the North Star movie, Shin-Chan movie, Sergeant Frog movie. This looks like a... What the... It's that thing. It's that thing. The heck? This is the Final Fantasy 12 manga anime. Kids movie. This looks really cute though. I really like this kind of design. Some OVA stuff. Oh yeah, I heard that they were gonna finish off the Bleach anime at long last, so that's kind of nice. New Full Metal Alchemist things, kind of interesting. Sure. Pokemon, sure. FMP, sure. Prince of Tennis, another new Prince of Tennis thing. I guess it's some sort of legacy sequel or something, because the new Prince of Tennis ran for a long time too, but I guess this is going back to like the OG cast. Okay. Oh, more Arya. These are mostly like Blu-ray bundles stuff. It's interesting, we haven't seen much like Netflix type anime. Like this section usually is kind of a heater because like all the Netflix produced shows end up in here. Whoa. The hell? What the hell? What is all this? Whereas here, these are mostly like, it looks like they're OVAs and they're like standalone episodes that are sold on DVD. That's kind of interesting. New Howland, a lot of claymation shows. Kochi Kame. What the hell? Okay, well, let's make our list. Don't worry about that. And we will go way back up to the top. So we're gonna do gotta see, could be good, maybe. So I think Gintama, highly rated manga, put in good, could be good. Oren, Koku, Host Club, highly rated manga. Bones, Black Lagoon, highly rated manga. Madhouse, Nana, highly rated manga. Oops. Madhouse. A lot of those. Suzumiya Haruhi no Yutsu. Kyoani. 2 exclamation marks. This is maybe the maybe. Same with this. And this is maybe for the Yuri element. This one I actually really like the looks of. I think we'll put this in the could be good. What else? What else seemed good? You know what? I'll put this in the maybe. Magical Pokemon. Could be good. Could be good. Don't put this guy anime in. Could be good. Game is fun. Same with this. Lost genre SOL with fan service. It used to be way more common. Even K-On! Bears traces of this lost genre. It's crazy to me that they're bringing it back in 2026. Himawari. So it could be good. Nothing I'm putting in gotta see though. Same with this. Yume Tsukai. Oh yeah, the Musashi one. I don't know. How many of these will I realistically watch? I don't know. Because there's nothing I'm putting in gotta see. It's more just kind of like of our 9.0ers, which I think this was also a 9.0er. Surely at least a few of them are actually really, really good. And then the KyoAni show, you know, KyoAni could just bring it on home. And maybe one of these slice of life shows. But it's like all up in the air. There's no sure bets. So I think when it comes to like Anime Club, I don't know. Well, that's why we do tryouts, right? This is only like phase 1. Everybody puts together lists like this, and then we move into trying out shows that a few people at least seem interested in, and then we stick with what works. So it's not like I have to put, you know, chisel these into stone. But yeah, seems like a pretty good season. The fact that we're getting all these highly regarded manga adaptations is exciting. Sometimes it kind of feels like that coincides where a lot of different studios make their big bet. So yeah, let's look forward to... When is some of this starting? Hello? Can you... Hello? 26 episodes aired on April 5th. ...2006... April 4th, 2006... 2006? April Fool's.